Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you. Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Hello and welcome to the Intel Brief. Today is Tuesday, 17 June. I'm your host Daniel, and today we're going to talk about what happened in Iran on day 4 of the conflict. The jailed Istanbul mayor has appeared in court, and Israel says its weapon exhibits have been blocked off at a Paris airshow. So firstly, let's go to Israel and Iran. Israel issued evacuation orders for the northern districts of Tehran on Monday. The Israeli military said it would attack military infrastructure in that part of the Iranian capital and warned residents to leave immediately. Earlier in the evening, an Israel strike hit the offices of Iran's state broadcaster. Footage from the broadcaster showed a live broadcast interrupted by loud explosions. The broadcast resumed after a short pause. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu said Israel's strikes have set Iran's nuclear program back for a long time. He also said that Israel was not attempting to topple the Iranian government, but added that he wouldn't be surprised if it happened anyway. In other developments, hours after Israel attacked the state broadcasting building, Iran issued evacuation warnings for Israel's N12 and N14 news channels. It said it would strike Israel without interruption overnight from Monday to Tuesday. So far, at least 24 people have been killed in Israel and more than 500 injured, while at least 224 people have reportedly been killed in Iran since Israel's attacks began. So what? As I've kind of said for the last few days, it just seems we're in now it's just a bit of a tit-for-tat situation where they're just exchanging strikes. However, it does appear that Israel has significant air superiority in the ability to conduct strikes at will in Tehran without Iran having any ability to affect that. The fact that they can now provide warnings of locations of where they're going to conduct their strikes before they're happening kind of indicates how much ability Israel has to, conduct these at free will. Because if Iran had any ability to stop them, then they would. Additionally, on the Iranian regime toppling kind of situation, it seems more likely than it did a couple of days ago, but I still don't think it's that likely. The regime still seems to have a pretty good grip on power. However, we all say this, and then it turns into a serious situation where it falls in a matter of days. So it'll be interesting to see what happens there. But yeah, and next, the imprisoned Istanbul mayor and leading rival to Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan appeared in court on Monday on charges of threatening and insulting a top judicial official. Prosecutors have charged the 54-year-old mayor with threatening, insulting, and targeting a public official. Serious allegations in Turkey, increasingly politicized judiciary. The case centers on comments that he made about Israel's chief public prosecutor, questioning his integrity. He faces more than 7 years in prison and a political ban for allegedly targeting and threatening people who work to fight against terrorism. Monday's hearing was held inside Istanbul's prison, where he has been detained since late March after his arrest in a separate corruption investigation. That earlier case, which authorities claim involves financial mismanagement, triggered Turkey's largest street protests in over a decade, resulting in the arrest of hundreds of protesters. So what? This It just seems like more of the same out of Turkey, really. They're just trying to put this guy in prison, right? It seems highly likely that they're going to bang him up for something, and that Erdogan does not want him free. Which is a bit shit, because it's just a continued falling down of Turkish democracy. Though, if I remember rightly, Erdogan said he's not going to run again, but it seems like his party is just going to put up someone else, I presume. Yeah, I don't know. It seems a bit shit. It's a bit shit to see a country like Turkey go this way, though. I don't know. Turkey has been very nationalistic for a long time, so I guess that's all part of it. Yeah, seems highly unlikely that this guy's getting out anytime soon, because the game's the game in these parts of the world. But fuck, what a ridiculous charge. And lastly, Israel's defense industry exhibitions have been covered in black partition walls at the prestigious Paris Air Show after reportedly failing to comply with the directive to remove offensive weapons from being displayed. Israel's defense ministry posted up a statement on social media along with pictures showing Israeli defense company stands sealed off with black walls, preventing anyone from seeing what lay behind them. Rafael, Elbit, and IAI produce guided bombs and missiles, while U-Vision and Aeronautics produce drones. Pictures posted up along with a statement by the Defense Ministry showed various weapon systems on display. The incident comes as Israel trades deadly airstrikes with Iran. Yeah, we talked about that. The Reuters news agency cited a source familiar with the matter as saying that the instructions to seal off the exhibits came from French authorities after Israeli firms failed to comply with the directive from a French security agency to remove offensive or kinetic weapons from their stands. Seems weird in a military show. That's kind of the idea. The Israeli Defense Ministry said that the Director General had rejected the request. Radio. So what? It seems very odd at a military show. I know it's called the Paris Air Show, but this is just a massive defense contracting display where people often display, kinetic weapons and other various military goods. So it does seem a bit odd. It seems highly unlikely that these companies would try and display weapons, at a show that wasn't designed for them in some regard. So yeah, I don't know. It seems possible that France is just trying to have a go at these defense companies. But yeah, they're kind of proving that they're working very well, so people are probably going to want to buy them. But no, I don't know. It seems odd. Oh well. Thank you for listening to the Intel Brief, and I'll see you again tomorrow. See you.
Breaking news from the stadium tonight as an anonymous fan foot the bill for 55,000 hot dogs, bringing that sweet tubed meat to everyone in attendance.
Free dogs! Yeah!
55,000 hot dogs? What does that even cost?
While the identity of this Frankfurter philanthropist remains anonymous, their all-beefy generosity will go down in history.
The new Mega Millions. More to win means more to give. How you spend it is up to you.
Yeah!
For game odds and details, visit sceducationlottery.com.
Ready to make a real impact every day? Join the Active Day Home Care team and help clients maintain their independence in the comfort of their own homes. Make a difference in someone's life as you provide essential daily assistance and protect their health and happiness. Earn up to $20 an hour and enjoy additional perks like optional daily pay, 401k, paid time off, ongoing educational training, and more. Join a team that values care, compassion, and your professional growth. Visit ActiveDay.com to apply.